Next witness.
Your Honor, we call Chris Dunn.
Chris Dunn. Mr. Dunn, if you'll come to the front for me, please, sir. All the way up here to the front. And if you raise your right hand, the clerk will administer the oath to you.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you.
All right, sir, if you'll come right around this way and have a seat for me, the bailiff will show you where to sit. And you can adjust that microphone as you need. Be sure to speak directly into it and keep your voice up so we can all hear you, all right?
All right.
Mr. Stroller.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, could you please state your name, spell your last name for the record?
Christopher Dunn, D-U-N-N.
And can you please tell the jury how you're related to Michael?
He's my father.
And do you recall the weekend, I think I just turned my mic on, I apologize. Do you recall the weekend of the Thanksgiving weekend of 2012?
Yep.
And was that the weekend you were married?
Yes, it was.
Do you recall the date you were married?
November 23rd.
2012?
Yep, 2012.
Okay. And was your father, Michael Dunn, at your wedding?
Yes, he was.
Okay. If I could have defense 32. One second, Mr. Dunn. Okay, right there. And is that you, sir, all the way in the back sitting with your new bride?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And you recognize your father in that picture?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And did you guys have, is that a piano player, a DJ? Who's right there?
It's a DJ.
Okay. And how old are you, sir?
24.
Okay. And did you have some friends there at your wedding?
Yes, I did.
Okay. What kind of music did your DJ play?
I don't remember specifics. It was pretty much basic wedding music.
Okay. Did that include any type of modern top 40 or hip hop music?
No, it was kind of like classics, like classic wedding music.
Okay. Were people dancing?
Yep.
People having a good time?
Yes.
Let me ask you this. Was alcohol served at your wedding?
Yes, it was.
Was it make your own drinks?
No, we had a bartender.
Okay. And could you show the jury with your hand how big were the cups that the bartenders were serving?
Just little, like 8-ounce plastic cups.
Okay. Was not the big solo cups that people see? And
No.
not the big wine glasses?
Nope.
Okay. How much alcohol at the end of the night did you end up taking back?
Well, we purchased about, it was right at $100 worth of alcohol for about 30 to 35 people, and we took over half of it home.
Okay. And I know you were kind of just rekindling the relationship with your father, is that correct?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Did you invite him and were happy he was coming?
Yeah,
Did he appear to be happy to be there for you?
very happy.
Can I go to defense 33? Is that a picture with you and your bride and your father?
Yes, it is.
And who is the lovely lady in the blue dress?
This is my mom.
Okay. And that is your biological mom and dad?
Yep.
Okay. They are now exes?
Mm-hmm.
How is that relationship between your father and your mother?
Sustained.
Let me ask you this. Was there any type of anger or animosity that day at your wedding between Mr. Michael Dunn and anybody else at your wedding party?
No, they were getting along fine.
Okay. And obviously your parents have been divorced for quite a long time?
Yes, they have.
Okay. At any time did you see your dad pounding alcohol or drinking out of control?
No.
Did you have conversations with your father that day?
Yes, I did.
Was that even before alcohol was served at the wedding?
Yes.
Did you have conversations with your father after alcohol was served at the wedding?
Yes.
Did you notice any change in his speech? Was he slurring his words, anything like that?
No, not at all.
Did he have a strong odor of alcohol on his breath?
Nope.
Bloodshot, watery eyes, anything like that?
No.
Did you have any concerns about your father being impaired at your wedding?
No, I did not.
Did he do anything to embarrass you because he was a drunk fool, anything like that?
Nope.
Any issues at all with your dad at your wedding?
None at all.
Okay. At one point, did your father leave the wedding?
No.
I'm sorry?
No, he didn't leave. Well,
I meant to go home. I'm
yes.
sorry. I didn't mean he left to go back.
Yeah.
At one point, did your dad actually say goodbye at your wedding to leave?
Yes, because we had made plans to meet up the day after.
Okay. And that was with his fiancee, Rhonda Rauer,
Yes, it is.
and your new bride?
Yep.
And was that in St. Augustine?
Yes.
Okay. Don't give me your address, but where do you live? Do you live here in Jacksonville?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you to go to St. Augustine wasn't that far for you?
No, it's not.
Okay. And did your dad appear to be happy when he left that evening?
Yes, he seemed in a very good mood.
Did he leave upset because of the type of music you were playing or anything like that?
No.
Was he upset at any of the guests that you had invited?
No.
And did you have any concern about your dad driving away from the wedding in his vehicle?
No.
If you did, would you have told him not to or called a cab for him or
Yeah.
anything like that?
Yes.
Can I go to states 34, please? Is that just some extended family?
It's my sister and my grandmother.
Okay. And all the way to, I guess, the far right of the picture, is that Ann Austin, your grandmother?
Yes, it is.
That is your mom's mother?
Yes.
Okay. And can I have defense 35, please? Is that just a close-up again of other people?
Yes, it is.
And obviously, even with a distant relationship with your dad, you still included him with family photos
Yes.
and photos of the wedding party and friends?
Yes, we did.
And defense 36, please. Is that an accurate representation of close family and friends?
Yes.
Is that a picture of the entire wedding party?
That's all family.
Okay. And that doesn't include, obviously, friends that were
Yeah,
there.
that was just an all family photo.
Okay. Any animosity with family there because Michael was at your wedding?
No, none at all.
Nothing further, Judge.
Ms. Corey?
Mr. Dunn, how many times had you seen your father, Michael Dunn, in the last 15 years prior to your wedding?
Your Honor, I'm going to object to relevance.
Overruled.
How many times had you seen your father, Michael Dunn, in the last 15 years prior to your wedding?
3 times.
3 times total.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is it fair to say you didn't know your father very well prior
Yeah.
to having him at your wedding?
Yes, it is.
Mr. Dunn, you were the groom, so you weren't with your father every minute of the wedding and the reception, were you?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Did your father have your telephone number?
Yes, he did.
Did Mrs. Rauer or Ms. Rauer have your phone number? Do
Yes,
you know?
ma'am.
Okay. And would you have been willing to take a phone call from either one of them, say, anytime between 8 p.m. the night of your wedding and midnight, to take care of their dog if there was some kind of an emergency?
Your Honor, I'm going to object to speculation.
I'm asking what he would have been willing to do.
Overruled.
Had you received a phone call from Rhonda Rauer or your father, Michael Dunn, letting you know there had been an emergency and the dog had to be taken care of, would you have taken care of their little puppy, Charlie?
Yes, ma'am.
And were there other people at the wedding who would have done the same thing?
I can't speak for anybody else.
All right. Did you receive any phone calls from your father or Rhonda Rauer asking you to assist them between the hours of 8 p.m. and midnight?
No, ma'am.
May I have just a moment?
Yes, ma'am.
How about between the hours of midnight and 8 a.m.?
No, ma'am.
And then how about between Saturday morning between the hours of 8 a.m. and noon? Any phone calls from your father or Rhonda Rauer?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Mr. Stroll, anything further?
Yes, Your Honor, very briefly. Mr. Dunn, was that the first time you ever met Rhonda Rauer?
Yes,
At
it was.
your wedding?
Yes.
Did you know her very well?
No.
Do you know anything about her other than what you met that night?
No.
Nothing further, Judge.
May he be excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Thank you, sir. You're excused.